This is flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. She shall be called woman. It was all woman when you saw me.
Good morning, vloggity vlog. It is Thursday, and I just woke up a few minutes ago. I journaled and prayed a little bit this morning, as you saw, and I'm about to get up, get ready for work, so I thought I'd bring you along to my morning. It's nothing special, but you might think it is. You might think it's exciting. So, Thursday morning, 7 a.m.
Like the angels do, and you gon' make it through now. Tell about the healer. Greater is the one within, and call him as the leader.
Good morning, vloggity vlog. I know I already said good morning, but I just washed my face and brushed my teeth, and now I'm gonna fix my hair. So, how are you guys doing this morning? How is your day? Or I guess how's your morning? Because I don't know. Or afternoon or evening. Mine's going pretty good. Pretty good. Slept pretty good last night. It's Thursday, so I am ready for this weekend. Not gonna lie. Alright, there's that. Just took two little rubber bands, tied them in, and then I'm just gonna add some curls to my hair. Cause, I don't know, my hair's like curly wavy, and I feel like after I wash it for a few days, it just kind of goes wavy and doesn't really, I mean, it's thick, so it has volume, but I don't know. I just like to add some pizzazz to it in the morning. It usually holds, so. I just feel so lucky and so blessed. Like, Gavin's seriously the best person ever. I prayed long and hard for many, many years for Gavin. Someone like Gavin, and he just like God really just went above and beyond, exceedingly and abundantly, and I just feel so spoiled. And I tell him now, like, we've been together and we're married now, and I still tell him to this day, like, above and beyond anything I could ever think or imagine. And like, I'm a journal girl, and so like looking back on my journals, like things that I prayed for, like specifics, like get specific with God. Like if you're a believer, and if you're not, like I guess that's something I can talk about. Like, I don't want to be one that like forces Jesus down your throat, but like the things that he's done for me in my life, like I could not imagine my life without him. And that's like not coming from growing up in a church and having like my parents quote faith, or you know, it's really just coming from a place of experience and, you know, having that relationship as my own and like accepting it as my own. Because I have truly just seen God like show up in unimaginable ways, and things that nobody knew that happened or that took place, that it could be only God that knew, because he's the only one that knew about it. So yeah, I guess we could talk a little bit about that if you want. Well, I mean, I want to. I love like talking about it. It's like my passion. I grew up in, do you guys like this? Just like chatty? I grew up with two older brothers and had, I would say, a normal upbringing, the quote American dream, I guess. I don't know. Woke up Sunday morning, went to church, you know, my dad worked, my mom was a homemaker. It was a good life, a great life. I always, you know, felt loved. And I mean, we weren't rich by any means, but, you know, we made the most of it. but you didn't care. Like when I was a kid, you don't care about that stuff. And then when I was 9, my dad unexpectedly passed away from a heart attack. And then my mom went to college because she got married right out of high school as a stay-at-home mom. And is now an awesome physical therapist assistant, PTA, shout outs. And yeah, remarried my freshman year of high school to my stepdad, had my little sister my junior year. Yeah. And it's still a good life. Like, that happened. I questioned, like, why God allowed that to happen, but I've also seen, like, how he has come through. And I have seen him, like, I struggled with anxiety when I was little. I had a fear of dying, and then when my dad died, that literally just amplified and put my fears to life, to speak. I, like, had the hardest time falling asleep because I was scared I was going to die in my sleep. Fast forward, though, I have really overcome a lot, like, social anxiety and just, anxiety. There are different, grades and stuff, I fully believe, and I would say it was bad, but it could have been worse, it could have been better. But I don't struggle with it like I used to anymore. It does flare up every now and then, like when I'm super, super stressed, or, the enemy knows your weak points, but I can say I've been cleared of it, so it's a little bit of my testimony. If you want to know more, I would love to share with you. I'm going to finish this because I'm rambling and I kind of need to hurry up and go pack my lunch for work. But I love talking, so making myself late. Not sponsored, but I love these for my acid reflux. And also this, I truly noticed the difference, so this combo. Sponsor me, Mary Ruth's. I love you.
You understand me. Walk her down the valley, pack a piece of heaven for the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reach, like the angels do, and you gon' make it through now. Tell about the healer, greater is the one within, and call him as the leader. Teach her how to hold a pretty hand up to the sky, and never wait upon the giver, he'll deliver like a dealer. To take her higher, higher. Fly out the valley and the fire. Take her higher, higher.
We're at Old Navy and we're coming in here to look for an outfit for
Okay, we're looking for an outfit for
our niece Sayla and my cousin's little baby, because it's her birthday on Sunday. And you're coming along with us. We're doing great.
We're doing great.
Okay, come with us.
Can't be touched by fire. Fast forward to the grown things now. I'm working on them soul things now.
We love a deal.
But it's harder on the cold day.
Always checking himself out in the mirror. He looks good. We came, we saw, we accomplished. We got the goods. And I'll do a haul later. Now, we're at Walmart. It is 9:30 and we just got out of Walmart. And we are exhausted. I need to go home. But it's like dark out. It wasn't dark out when we went inside.
It's too long.
That we can't hang anymore. It's too late. I need to go home and go to bed. But hello, vloggy vlog. It is the next day since we went to Old Navy and TJ Maxx, and I was just gonna show you what I got. So we went to Old Navy to get my niece a little something, and my cousin's baby a little something because her birthday's tomorrow. So, and then I got myself a little shirt. But this is for my niece. She's gonna be 2 months old this week, and I don't know how. She's so cute. And then I got this little outfit for my cousin's baby. This little onesie. And then these little shorts. How cute is this color? So cute. Love it. And then I just got this little t-shirt, little cropped. So got that cute, and it was only like, I think it was like $6 or something. So that is Old Navy. And then TJ Maxx, don't laugh, but low-key we got these like car like detailing wipes, but you can like clean off like your dashboard and stuff. They were only like $5. And then we were in need of silverware because when I moved into our apartment, I got some just from like the dollar store, and so we just needed some like more durable ones, so we got these. So I'm excited to use them. So that's my little haul, nothing fancy. Also, we stopped at Walmart, which I think we showed, and I have these 2 little aloe plants. And my coworker gave them to me and said that they do better when they're 2 together. So I'll show you. I got a little potter, a bigger one that I can put them in, and like some more potting soil. This is what it looks like. So, vloggity vlog. I just wanted to come on here real quick and just share something that kind of I was reading. So Gavin and I are leading kids church tomorrow, and the lesson is on Joseph in the Bible. And I don't know if you know the story or not, but Joseph in the Bible, he was the youngest, and his dad found favor in him. He gave him this gift of a robe of many colors, and his brothers were like already kind of like on edge with him. And when his dad did that, they were like, okay, like what the heck? Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. Genesis 37, 1 through 11, or 1 through 36, if you want to read the whole thing, but to keep it short. And the lesson is about how like we go through hard things, and how I'll read you the little thing. God helps us when we go through bad things. And one of the things that caught my attention was it talks about how like we're all gonna go through hard things, and it has like all the kids stand up and you read like these bad things that happen, like sit down if you've like hurt yourself and had to get a cast, or sit down if you've like lost a loved one, or you know, X, Y, and Z. And moral of the story is all the kids sitting down, meaning we all go through hard things, whether minor or big. It's all hard things, it's all bad things. And it talks about how like you have a choice. You have 2 choices. You can either be angry and mad at God and question why a good God would let bad things happen to people that blah blah blah, or you can choose to trust God and have faith. Because in this story, Joseph's brothers, they plotted against him, and they took him, they put him in a hole, or like in a pit, and then they sold him off to these Ishmaelites, and the Ishmaelites beat him. And then, long story short, there was redemption in the story. God took care of him, because at the beginning of the story, which I didn't mention, Joseph had these dreams that he was going to be like ruler over the family and all this stuff, and his brothers were like, Psh, you're the youngest, like you're a baby, like you're going to rule over us. No. Well, the dreams came true. He ended up ruling over all of them. And it's just kind of like, it ends with saying how like the world is broken, and you're not gonna have good, true, good, not broken things until you get to heaven, because heaven is eternal. There's nothing bad that can happen there. And so it's just kind of like all of the broken will be restored when you get to heaven. But on this side of earth, it's just like you have two choices. You have a choice to let a bad day get to you. You have a choice to, if your parents divorce, if a loved one dies, if something terrible, tragic happens to you, the unimaginable, unthinkable, you have a choice. You can sit in there and be angry that this happened to you. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but like, you can sit there in that anger and in that mental state. But statistically, people that choose to have hope, people that choose to be happy and choose happy, their mind looks so much better than someone that chooses to sit in anger and choose to sit in envy and jealousy and hate. And like, if you look at someone's brain who has hate compared to someone that has joy and love, like, it's different. Like, look it up statistically. Not that you need that, but like, God is just like so good. And I just like want to share this because I feel like this is something that, like, especially in our day and age, especially in 2024 in our culture, like, it's very pushed on people that like, you're your own God, you need to take care of you. And it's like, okay, yeah, but if you choose to take that route because you're trying to prove a point, or you know, had hurt and can't trust anyone, trust God. Like, just open your Bible. Even if you don't believe in God, even if you're like, I'm not into this religious thing, just simply open up your Bible to Genesis 37 verses 1 through 36. Read it. Whether you believe it or not, it's still a story. Whether you believe this actually happened, which I do, it's at least a story that can encourage you, and you can find a moral in it and realize like, hey, okay, I have an option to take this bad and make it into something good. Because you do have that choice. You have a choice to say, okay, this bad thing happened to me. I experienced this childhood trauma, or I experienced this abuse or neglect, or whatever it is. You can choose to sit in that and wallow and make everyone's lives around you miserable, or you can take it and better someone else. You can be an educator to someone. Like, you know, my dad died when I was 9 years old, and I have come across several people that, you know, whether they lost their husband or whether they were like me and lost their dad when they were a kid, like, I have been able to take something from that brokenness, from that hurt, from that emptiness, and I could have chosen to sit and wallow in it and be like, poor me, look at me, I don't have a dad. But no, I didn't. I thought, wow, like, this thing happened to me, and I know what it's like to hurt, and I know what it's like to experience not having a dad now. And I can take that hurt and be a friend to someone. I can take that hurt and be like, hey, you know what? Like, you don't have a dad. You don't have a mom. Your dad left you when you were 2 years old. Like, I can resonate with someone. So why don't, you know, next time you go to be like, oh, pity, poor me, look at me, or, you know, choose a different route. Like, put yourself in someone else's shoes, you know? Like, the world doesn't owe us anything. And God just wants to give you his hand and reach out to you and love you and like be there for you and heal what is hurting. But it's like, I saw this analogy, and it's like, you can, what are you gripping? And it's like, is the grip like thorns or, you know, a barbed wire fence, and the harder you squeeze, the more it like hurts your hand, and, you know, you start bleeding or it goes through your skin. Or you can just let go. Just let it go. Let it go. Allow healing. Whether that, you know, just letting God in and healing that, going and seeking help. Like, it's just so sad that so many people choose to take the route of, you know, self-pity and look at me. But maybe they've never even had anyone. Like, maybe I'm the only one right now that is ever telling you that, you know, there is hope. There is a second chance. Like, you have a hope and a future. And yeah, just start out with that chapter, with that verse. Another one is Psalm 27. So good. Yeah. God is just so good, and he can heal and restore anything that is broken. And I fully and truly believe that, because I'm a living testimony of it. Like, my dad died when I was little, And I could have chosen to, you know, be a statistic and be like, look at me, I don't have a dad. I could have chosen to, you know, go down that route of daddy issues, which, you know, is a thing. But it's like, I chose to stop, let God come into my life and in my heart. Because at the end of the day, I was 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. From the time he died until, honestly, I was about 13 or 14, I would go to bed scared that I was going to die. And the only thing that helped me fall asleep was prayer. That is what I did. I would pray, God, please just let me wake up tomorrow. Please just let me live. Just please let me have a good night's sleep. And that's what got me through, was prayer. I literally prayed. At that time, I didn't read my Bible like I do now, but I prayed, and that, I truly believe, was just like him just hearing me and hugging me. And I wish I would have read my Bible, because I could have had more things to cling to. I read it now, but honestly, when I was 16 and I developed my relationship with Christ and I started reading, I believe that brought full and transformative healing in my life. So I just really wanted to share that with you guys, because that is something that, like, gosh, I am gonna be the one with my husband teaching this lesson tomorrow, and I just really felt led to just share this, because it's not something that these kiddos need to hear, but it's something that everyone needs to hear. So just take that with what you will. I would love to talk to you about it. I would love to, you know, talk more about this, or, you know, if you have questions, or you're like, I don't believe this, I don't buy this, you know. Because I think another thing too is, like, as Christians, it's like, oh, your life needs to be perfect in a fairy tale. And there are Christians that, you know, oh, you do that, oh, you know, smoke cigarettes, or you drink alcohol. Like, do I do those things? No. Personally, I'm not into it. But I'm not gonna sit there and judge you. Like, there's another story in the Bible, was there was a woman who had multiple husbands, and Jesus sat at the well, a well. He knew her history, he knew her past, and he just sat there and he talked with her, and he didn't judge her. He said, hey, you know, I know about your husbands, like, don't have multiple husbands, but he did it in love. And that is all, like, what I'm about. I'm not about sitting and condemning you or hating on you or judging you. Like, I have a past, I have a story. We all do. We all have hurt and brokenness, and who am I? Who am I to sit and condemn you? Who am I to sit and judge you? Because that's not who I am. Like, that is not my heart. And so it just, like, again, I'm getting emotional, but it just breaks my heart that is when people hear Christians, they think, they get anxiety, they freak out, they like, oh, I want someone to see me and be like, oh, it's a safe place, oh, I can talk to her, oh, if I ever need to vent, like, she's there. Like, I don't want to be known as a cultural Christian who, you know, made you feel stupid or dumb or less than. Like, I want to help you. I want to help the hurting and love on the lost, and just, like, be a friend to those in need. You know, that's all I'm about. That's all my heart is. So, yeah, if you need that, follow my Instagram, h_friend. I'd love to chat with you. Or comment down below. I'd love to respond to your messages, your comments. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So, thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk, but I just want you to know, like, not all Christians are like that, and it honestly breaks my heart that there is so many Christians like that it's like just a label to them. To me, it's a relationship. I don't even like labeling myself as a Christian, because it's not a label. It's a relationship with God. Just like a relationship with you and me, or your mom and dad, or you and a friend, or you and your grandma or cousin. Like, to me, that's what it is with God. It's a relationship. It's like, hey, I want to come alongside you. I want to tell you about my heart. I want to pray. I want to, you know, ask for your wisdom, your help. It's not like, oh, if I read 5 pages of the Bible, I'm going to heaven. Like, no, to me, that's legalistic. That's rules. That's following. Like, yeah, I read the Bible not because I need to or have to, but because I want to. Because when I'm struggling or suffering, it gives me something to cling to speak over myself, to be encouraging to others. there's a scripture and it says, greater is he who is living in me than he who is in this world. And it's like, Christ is in me. I have asked for salvation. I have asked for Jesus to come into my heart. And I'm not going to get that by something in this world, because the world is going to preach envy, hate, you're your own idol, you're your own God. Like, that's not, no. So if you want more on that, I would love to talk about it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm excited to teach this lesson tomorrow, but it's also something that everyone needs to hear, not just the kiddos. So yeah, that's my little chat.